We turn to social media to find spectators and recreate the timeline of the Boston Marathon bombings. To do this, we use this website right here called Banjo, which gathers social media posts sent out from a particular location. In this case, the area around the finish line of the Boston Marathon 1 year ago. Three strangers back in Copley Square, connected by the Boston Marathon bombings and their social media posts from that day 1 year ago.
I was walking in Prudential, and then suddenly all the people are running.
Scariest day of my life. Scariest day of my life.
I was shaking, I was crying. I never thought I'd experience something like this in my lifetime.
Social media posts from them and others give us a first-hand look at what happened from the people who were there.
I was over there at the Finagle Bagel on the second floor watching the whole scene, and then I'd walk back up and down Boylston taking photos.
Sarah Dingle is on Boylston Street in the area where she watched some of the Boston Marathon last year during her lunch break. She posted this picture on Instagram at 2:21 p.m. with an assortment of hashtags, and then headed back to her job around the corner on Newberry Street. 11 minutes later at 2:32, Jamie Weiner was with his girlfriend, who already completed the race, posting this photo on Instagram that he took earlier in the day.
The photos I posted were of the winning male and female, and my photos were really right at the finish lines.
Yijing Zhao was right at the finish line 5 minutes later at 2:37.
It took me 10 minutes to walk 1 block.
She posted this photo on Instagram with the caption, "Marathoners."
So I arrived at Copley Square, and then I walked from the back of the BPL to the hotel here, and I took some selfies and pictures here.
Within minutes, a spring tradition turned to tragedy. This timeline on the website Banjo captures the bombings as they unfolded. The first indication something's wrong comes in a tweet at 2:52. 2 explosions just rocked the finish line of the Boston Marathon. Sirens galore, people running in fear, wonder what happened. Zhao posted this picture on Instagram at 2:58.
Oh my God, shooting and running. Everyone is running away. Please account me.
Her post foreshadowing a week of misinformation about what really happened. There was no shooter, rather 2 pressure cooker bombs detonating seconds apart.
Some ladies, they're crying with their children and just trying to go home as soon as possible, but some were still waiting, calling their family, telling them they're safe.
Zhao continued to post pictures.
This is the power of social media.
We could hear it. We weren't actually able to see it, but as soon as it happened, all we saw was people running as soon as we looked out windows.
Rachel Morgan was working in a nearby hotel.
I was actually in my boss's office, and we heard the first blast go off, had no idea what it was, almost looked out to see if it was thunder.
She posted this picture on Instagram, allowing her to communicate with her family and friends.
When cell phones are jammed up and lines don't work, people can actually just go onto Instagram or Twitter, whatever, and see that picture and know that I'm there, I experienced it, but I'm not her, I'm all right.
Veronica Carrillo also used social media to reach out to people she knows. She came to Boston with her family to cheer on her dad, who was running the Boston Marathon for the first time. She watched him on Heartbreak Hill and was heading to meet her family at the finish line when she got a call from her brother saying the bombs had exploded.
And he called to say, hey, there was a bomb, meet us back at the hotel, and then basically the signal cut out. But from where I was just maybe about a mile away. It seemed like no one really noticed or knew yet. And everyone, people are still running, people are still cheering. The police didn't seem to be reacting to anything, so it seemed like no one around me knew at the time.
She posted this picture on Instagram.
We didn't really have phone signal, and I couldn't get a hold of my family. And so I decided to post a photo because the second I would get phone signal, I would get a text message, and I wouldn't be able to send a message, and then I would lose signal again. So I thought if I posted something that says, we're all okay, hopefully I can slow that down and I can get a call through to my family.
Back to Sarah Dingle, who posted this message at 4:13 on her way out of Boston. Scariest experience of my life. Shaken up, leaving the scene.
People were oh my God, are you okay? Are you still there?
No physical scars for these people, but there are emotional ones. Veronica Carrillo and Jamie Weiner will be back in Boston for this year's marathon. Veronica cheering on her dad, Jamie once again supporting his girlfriend.
We're definitely excited to come back, but also just to support the city. I mean, Boston is such a beautiful and resilient city, and to be there for that and kind of see how people react and come together and during that time is just really inspiring.
We're really excited. We're really looking forward to being there, and we're looking forward to being able to celebrate the event before, during, and after like it was intended.
Good luck to all the runners. A quick note about Banjo, this website we used to track down spectators who were at last year's marathon, it picks up social media posts from people who allow their location to be included. You can also use it to zero in on social media posts coming from a specific place. It's a free app that you can download to your phone. I'm Mike Bodette for Fox Undercover.